Hello, I'm Museum Liam, but you already know that. You join me today in a video, a quest, to look at the most expensive paintings in the world, the top 10. We're looking at the creme de la creme, baby. Mr. Worldwide. I'm curious to see how bad people are with the money, so let's go. Let's start at numero. Okay, Wikipedia, you have like 100 on here. I just wanted the top 10. Coming in at number 10, The Standard Bearer, Rembrandt, $222.6 million. Let's take a look. Is it worth that price? I'm a sassy boy with a feather in my hat. Bodacious curve to his body. Am I doing it? Okay, right off the bat, I'm gonna have to say yes. What's the significance of this painting? The Dutch government paid 150 million? Wow, I'd be pissed if I was the Dutch right now. The government shouldn't be paying that kind of money. Do we think this is worth it? So do you know what? Yeah, 1600s golden age Dutch painter, Rembrandt. I would say probably, yeah. That would make it into the top 10 for me. 222 million seems extortionate. Especially when the government was paying a large price of that. I would be pissed if I was Dutch. Coming in at number 9. Pablo Picasso, The Women of Algiers, $230 million. I know Pablo Picasso was a great painter for some reason. I'm sure that's going to upset some of you, me not knowing why he's such a great painter. Bought by a Qatari politician. You are paying your politicians way too much. If you're a politician and spending your money on Pablo Picasso's, I'd be furious. Alright, let's get back to the painting. Let's look at this bad boy. Whoa. Wacky. I see a lot of boobs. Everywhere I look, there's just like a floating boob. I can see why it's worth so much. Boob, 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 butt, boob, boob. Are they eyes? They could be boobs. I don't know. He based his painting on another painting by Eugene Delacroix, with a similar name, The Woman of Algiers, in their apartment. If any of you copy my painting and sell it for $250 million...
I'm going to be furious, okay?
So this wasn't even peak Picasso, and somehow it is sold for well above any other notable piece. 230 million. Do I think it was worth it? No. Sorry, Pablo. This isn't even your best piece of work. Number 8, 231 million. It's another Rembrandt. See, we know Rembrandt belongs in the top 10. Picasso. Pendant portraits of Maarten Soelmans and Optjen Koppert. Pendant portraits. Look at these fancy fellows. You got a fan on a chain. Is he holding a glove in his hand? Whoa, look at his shoes. Don't let me go into the sunlight, cause I'll blind you with my sparkles. She looks way more dour than he does. Why has he got such fancy ass shoes? And what if he's got shuttlecocks on his shins? Oh well, she's got the racket. He's got the cocks. Shuttlecocks. They're just gonna go play a game of badminton. Beautiful painting. Look at the life in their faces. Whoa. No, look at the life in his face. She looks a little more deed. Belongs in the top 10, so pretty happy that they're here. But again, museums are paying 160 million to private. Give art away. It should be free. Not mine. Mine's worth $230 million if you're watching this, Rothschilds. Big tax write-off? Probably big tax write-offs. But what makes them significant? Why did they sell for $231 million? So they're full length? They're full size? 82 inches by 53 inches. That's a big boy. That is a big boy. It's a big Rembrandt painting. And you're getting two for the price of only slightly more. Only a mere. For less than $10 million, you can get an additional Rembrandt painting? This is like a BOGO. This is a buy one, get one free. Yes, these paintings belong in the top 10, but arguably they are two paintings. Number 7 for $239 million. Number 6 by Mark Rothko. There's no thumbnail on this, and I know I'm going to be annoyed at what this painting looks like. Click. Yep. Don't get it. Red, green, violet. That's it. Rothko makes me So mad. And I know there are probably plenty of you out there that are defending Rothko for some reason. But okay, sorry, I'll remove my bias. All right, look, I'll remove my bias. I'll step back. I'll say, no, this isn't just 3 blocks of color on a big ass canvas. Okay, all right, I'll take a step back. Let's look into it. Why is this worth $239 million? Painting by the Latvian-American expressionist artist Mark Rothko. Who's he? Was painted in 1951, not too long ago. In common with Rothko's other works from this period, number 6 consists of large expanses of color delineated by uneven, hazy shades. In 2014, it became one of the most expensive paintings sold at auction. That's the description. That's all. Okay, I don't know. Art is just for the rich, isn't it? You know. I need to look this up. I'm sorry. Why is Rothko? They keep saying this thing, color field paintings. I don't know what it means. These works, characterized by large, soft-edged rectangles of color that seem to float on the canvas, aim to evoke deep emotional responses from the viewers. Oh, I can see that. If he started the modern art movement, that I can see. Okay, fine. He started that, he deserves his money.
But no one else after him, okay? That is it.
If you have a canvas that's just one color, to the gulag. You know, he removed the representational content, so the actual figures and subject matter, and just replaced it with color. It was tended so viewers would look at the art and place their own significance on it. No, that's the greatest con I've ever heard. I'm very creative and I can see that it's worth billions of dollars because, you know, my mind is exploding with all kinds of possibilities and shapes and forms when I look at your paintings. No, I don't buy it. Okay, look, maybe I don't have any emotions. Maybe the colors violet, green, and red don't evoke those kind of emotions out of me. That's fine. I don't think it belongs in the top 10. Sorry. Number 6. Wow, I'm not going to be able to say that. Wasserschlangen 2. $240.4 million. Gustav Klimt. Oh, I've heard of Gustav Klimt. Okay. Yeah, these paintings are beautiful. I'm a big fan of these. Water Serpents 2. Okay, don't give me the Dutch one. Gad. Oh, I'm sorry. Gustav Klimt was Austrian. I'm only human, after all. In 1907, it is the follow-up painting to the earlier painting Water Serpents 1. It's the sequel. This is Die Hard. These are great, you know? These are actually, I love these. Like, fantastic painter, and then just the abstract shapes and forms around them. It just goes. This is a real talent for art, not just painting, but composition. It's very dynamic. Your eye just moves across the canvas to all these spots and forms. They fit so nicely. Water Serpents 2 deals with the sensuality of a woman's body and same-sex relationships. Ooh. The painting has a rich history. During World War II, it was stolen by the Nazis. Curse you, Nazis. This, in 1907, would have been mind-boggling. Yeah, I understand it. It was definitely pushing boundaries back in 1907, dealing with same-sex relationships. Being stolen by the Nazis as well. It's a good origin story. This is giving me top 10 behavior. It's also been interpreted as a depiction of a lesbian orgy. This is supported by the fact that the main character's pubic hair is showing and she is glaring sensuality at the viewer. Oh yeah. Is seen as the precursor to later Klimt paintings such as Women Friends, which displayed lesbian relationships more openly. Gustav Klimt, an ally. Good for him. There's a top 10 behavior. Love to see it. You are worth every penny of $240.4 million. Oh, good. Goody, goody, goody. Number 5. We're into the top 5 now. Number 17A by, recognize this name, Jackson Pollock. Again, no preview on Wikipedia, but I already know this is going to make me mad. For $257 million. $257 million. Keep that in mind, that number. 200. Yep. Furious. Oh, I'm furious. I'm an angry man. I am an angry man. That's a mess. I'm sorry. I am Genuinely sorry. I apologize for what I'm going to say about Jackson Pollock. I apologize for what I said about Mark Rothko. I'm not a big art history nerd. This makes me furious, though. But you know it's a red flag when the Wikipedia page doesn't actually have a lot of information on the painting. Even Wikipedia doesn't know what to say about this painting. But I'll step back again, okay? I'll put my art unbiased hat on. Jackson Pollock. Who's that? Never heard of him. Let's have a look at his art. Number 17A. Little pretentious of a name, but we like it. You know, that's fine. It's vague. What does it mean? You know, gets you thinking already. The painting is oil paint on fiberboard and is a drip painting. Yeah, I can see that. No. Taking a step back again. Sorry. A drip painting. Interesting. Were they the first artists to do a drip painting, maybe? Drip painting came out in 1940. That's kind of what Wikipedia says. So 1948, yeah, he was at the height of drip painting. Okay. You're a leading man for drip paintings. That's a point to you, Jackson Pollock, whoever you are. The piece was featured in the August 1949 edition of Life that made Jackson Pollock a celebrity. If you ever see me selling a piece of art for over $200 million, and you go, well, that technique's garbage. A child could do that. You mind your business, okay? It's easy to sit here and me make fun of someone. If a drip painting sold for that much, booyah. Booyah. Okay, so it does say he was innovative in the drip painting technique. But, I feel so bad saying this, but kids drip paint. It's like the first thing you do as a kid. Sure, okay. Him and Rothko, fine. They came up with their own separate way of representing art. That's good. We like that. Still shouldn't be top 10 paintings sold in the world. No way. No, absolutely not. It's not even that old. And it's already top 10? It's in the last 100 years. No. Modern art equals, I could do that. Plus, yeah, but you didn't. I didn't do it because I thought it was hideous. And I still think it's hideous. If I had known they would have sold for $200+ million, you're sure as hell fire. I would have done that. And guess what? I would have been wiping away tears with money. Liam, you sold your soul. I did. You're right. Let me just get into my Lamborghini. Okay, no, I don't think it belongs in the top 10. Number 4. We're getting up there. Number 4, $270 million. 4, When Will You Marry? Paul Gauguin. Gauguin? Paul Gauguin. You guys are gonna hate me. No, I recognize the name, but I don't know why he's famous. And again, I'm gonna piss people off, but looking at this painting, I mean, yes, it's better than Jackson Pollock and everything like that, but this isn't far off how I paint in terms of technique. I'm sure this is so very, very ignorant of me. Maybe because it's got feet in the painting. I don't know. Alright, so When Will You Marry is an oil painting from 1892 by French post-impressionist artist Paul Gauguin. It's 40 by 30, which isn't very big. Well, I mean, it's big, but it's not huge. Gauguin traveled to Tahiti for the first time in 1890. His hope was to find an Edenic paradise where he could create pure, primitive art. Upon arrival, he found that Tahiti was not as he imagined it. It had been colonized in the 18th century, and at least 2/3 of the indigenous people on the island had been killed by diseases brought by Europeans. Ooh, not good. And then you're also a European going there, so...
Part of the problem.
When rich kids go volunteerism for the rich and the wealthy, this is what it is, essentially. You're going to experience poverty. Primitive culture had been wiped out. Despite this, he painted many pictures of native women nude. Doesn't sound like a good guy, I'll be honest. Listen to this sentence. Gauguin commonly inscribed his paintings in Tahitian at this time. That's fine. He was fascinated by the language, iffy, though never advanced beyond its rudiments. I don't know anything other about him than what Wikipedia is telling me, so take anything I'm saying with a grain of salt, but he sounds like the worst. It's like going to a foreign country and getting a tattoo. You know, like people would go to China and get, oh, it says cool dude on it. And in Chinese it says idiot dude. This sucked. Tahiti colonized, had a bad time, clearly, with Europeans coming and ruining it. And then Gauguin shows up, and because he wants to do a bit of, I want to see how the primitive people live, and goes there and paints everyone nude. It's kind of creepy. Gives kind of creepy vibes. Gauguin portrayed the Tahitian natives as living only to sing and make love. Yeah, this guy's a creep. These paintings of Tahitians, including When Will You Marry, were met with relative indifference when Gauguin returned to France. Good. I like the choice of colour, I like the composition, but that's it. The meaning art historians are pulling from it could be unintentional. I don't know. I like it. I like when people do that, but this guy jumps off the Wikipedia page as being kind of a weirdo, and I don't like that. It gives me creepy vibes. No, it doesn't belong in the top 5. The top 3. $339 million. The Card Players by Paul Cezanne. Okay, a little better painted for sure. Let's have a look at this bad boy. Look how small his head is. Oh, when you zoom in though, from far back it doesn't really do it justice. And then you zoom in on his face. It's kind of pretty up close. Their hands are terrible though, that really irritates me. I'll reserve judgment on this for a bit. The painting from far away doesn't strike me as anything impressive. Painted during Cezanne's final period in the early 1890s, there are 5 paintings in the series. So his final period is quite an influential French artist in the post-impressionist period. That works in his favour. The turning point pieces are almost worth more than the peak pieces. Or maybe the peak pieces just haven't come out to play yet. It's significant in his broader scope of works. Do I think it's particularly good? Yeah, no, it is good. It's a good painting. Let's say good. I'm sure he's very famous in the world of art. But for my ignorant, arrogant brain, I don't think he should be top 10. But it doesn't matter because we're moving on to number 2. $386 million. Interchange by Willem de Kooning. Oh, there is a preview on this one. And it's going to make me mad. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, I'm mad. What am I looking at here? Willem de Kooning? No, I'm going to have to take a break. Sorry, I had to leave to get iced coffee to cool my rage and fuel it. Okay, I was thinking about this when I was driving to Tim Hortons. Willem de Kooning and this painting, no doubt, has significance in the art world that I'm unaware of. Just like Rothko, just like Picasso, just like Pollock. So again, I'm gonna don my unbiased art hat. I'm gonna look at this as the second most expensive painting in the world. Unbiased. Step back, Liam. Whoa! This isn't just scribbles of a toddler, of a deranged toddler. No. This is the second most expensive painting in the world. And it was sold for that much money for good reason. Let's take a look. Nope, still looks like scribbles. I don't get it. A Dutch-American painter. It was painted in 1955. There's a lot of paintings from the 1950s. Rothko, de Kooning, Pollock, 1948. So this is clearly a period of significance. Abstract art is coming into play. What's going to be our era of art? NFTs? God, I hope not. So like Pollock, de Kooning is one of the early artists of the abstract expressionism movement. Okay, I can appreciate if an artist is at the beginning of a significant movement. Because it's new, it's fresh, it's creme fraiche. These aren't scribbles of a madman. No. This is the beginning of abstract expressionism. The first modern American art movement. Okay. It's after the war. America is flourishing. Yeah, sure. Why not? I can see this being important in that circumstance. It's a big painting as well. 80 by 70 inches. Originally sold by the artist for $4. This is what gets me so riled up. The artist never really sells their artwork for a lot of money. It's always resold after the fact for millions of dollars. So here, de Kooning sold it for $4,000. It's not chump change, that's for sure, but it's not $300 million. The painting features a fleshy pink mass at its center, representing a seated woman. I kind of see the seat, but I definitely don't see the woman. He definitely moved with aggression, I would say. I think if you saw this for the first time and it wasn't hanging on a wall, it would be unremarkable. If you saw this just on the floor somewhere or next to a bin, you wouldn't look twice. Or you would look at it next to the bin and think, yep, too big to fit in the bin, but it's being thrown out for sure. This does nothing for me. And I know there's a lot of people out there that will get upset about this, but I'm not an art historian. I'm an idiot. It doesn't belong in the top 10. Crazy money. Kenneth Griffin. Private sale. Wall Street banker, something like that. Hedge fund manager. Oh, Ken Griffin. Kenny Griffin. Too rich. Way too rich. I got a couple of scribbles you can buy, Kenny boy. And I'll give you a deal. None of them will cost you $300 million, but they'll all cost you at least $10 million. Coming in at numero uno, the most expensive painting ever sold for a whopping $559.7 million. Salvator Mundi, Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci. How did we forget about Leonardo da Vinci? How isn't he more prevalent in the top 10? I mean, sure, probably a lot of them aren't coming up for sale every day. Da Vinci didn't... Well, he did paint a lot. Why aren't there more in the top 10? That's crazy. It's also the oldest painting on the list from the 1500s. Holy hell. All right, let's take a look. There honestly isn't that much to say about this. It speaks for itself. Leonardo da Vinci, one of the most famous painters ever to exist, point blank, ever. Depiction of Christ. What more would you like me to say to you? It's Da Vinci painting Christ. Yeah, it sold for a bunch of money. Of course it did. Painting depicts Jesus in a blue Renaissance dress, making the sign of the cross with his right hand while holding a transparent, non-reflecting crystal orb in his left, signaling his role as Salvator Mundi, the savior of the world, and representing the celestial sphere of the heavens. The painting has not been publicly exhibited since 2017 Christie's auction, and since late 2020 has been in storage in Saudi Arabia, reportedly awaiting a museum and cultural center to be completed in Al Ula. That's kind of sad. It's in storage, right? I mean, this is a Da Vinci. Da Vinci should be at the top of the list of the most expensive paintings in the world. That was our top 10. Let's do a quick recap here. The Standard Bearer by Rembrandt. Yeah, that should be on the top 10. The Women of Algiers. Where did I land on this? No? I feel like no shouldn't be in the top 10. We'll say no. Pendant portraits of Martin Sulmans and Opgen Koppert. Yes, 2 paintings for the price of 1. That's a BOGO. Baby. Well done, Rembrandt. You deserve to be in the top 10 twice. Way to go. Number 6 by Mark Rothko. No. Water Serpents 2 by Gustav Klimt. Yes, I wholeheartedly think this should be in the top 10, if not higher in the top 10. I love these paintings. Personal bias. Number 17A by Jackson Pollock. No, get it out. When Will You Marry by Paul Gauguin. No, he gives me the creeps. The Card Players by Paul Cezanne. I don't think it should be in the top 10. And again, I know nothing about art, so grain of salt. Interchange, Willem de Kooning. No, absolutely not. No, because the next one is Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, Klimt, Cezanne, and da Vinci. Those are the artists I think deserve their spot in the top 10. The rest of them should scooch further down. I mean, just looking at beyond the top 10, Andy Warhol, Roy Lichtenstein, more Klimts, Vincent van Gogh. Why aren't these artists in the top 10? I'd pick any of them over Rothko. Thank you for bearing with me. That was quite the trip. Please like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content. And let me know if you thought I was too mean. I felt a little mean at times. I'd feel mean if someone was criticizing my art that heavily. And I'm not even that good of a painter. And I'm very sensitive. But, you know, if someone paid me $300 million for my paintings, you could say whatever you like about them. All right. Thank you very much. Love you. Bye.